Hi, it's been a while, I know, but forgive me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my Patreon community. I appreciate you investing in yourself and wanting to stay a step ahead above, life. So this is going to be intended for those of you who could possibly be going through some type of crisis in your life. It is a trifecta spread. And this is going to show you the power that you need to master for yourself, your initial focus, what your ego is supposed to be developing into and learning and growing into. And the second card will show us the power that you will master with the help of the collective consciousness. This is an area of life where you will need help from others. You will have to ask for help. That may not be as easy as it sounds. I know for some of us, it's not easy to ask for help. And the third card will show you the power that is the final power that is needed, the power that will help you merge with the collective consciousness. So I'm going to use the Sacred Oracle deck, the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck for this. It can also be done with Major Arcana cards if you want to do this at home for yourself. You're more than welcome to, and it is intended for a crisis. All right, so I'm going to give it 3 more shuffles, and we'll go ahead and pull this spread. We'll also be pulling the significator cards, which will show general themes of the rest of the situation, so that you can see, one more shuffle, you can see whether or not this is a reading that's going to resonate with you. Make sure that you check your sun, moon, rising, or any other major placement that could possibly apply. So you can check your Venus sign if you're asking about love or relationships or even work. I already split it, but something else me to split it again. So let's split it again. Okay, Divine. The significator card is courage. I am going to read from the book about these cards. And the significator card is a card from the bottom of the deck. I'm going to put the deck to the side. The next card underneath that is opportunity. I know it's hard to see. My lighting is a little bit harsh. You can see me pretty good, but not the card. So courage, opportunity is the following card. So you will have the opportunity to, it's like when we ask for something, we don't get it. We get the opportunity to get it ourselves. You know what I mean? To take it in that moment. So let's look at courage to see what this card is all about. Each card has a landscape, and the landscape has its own description, and there's a message that your guides want you to know. I'm not going to read the description of the landscape for these cards, but I will read what the message is for it. This is really strange. Oh, there we go. Courage. Rocky Seashore. Okay, it says here. Sorry, I was about to read the whole thing. The sacred landscape wants you to know, step forward, throw your shoulders back, and stand up for yourself with passion. I don't think that's necessarily a problem for Aries, but there could be an area of your life where you have been afraid to do this. So it says, stand up for yourself with passion, speak up for those less fortunate, be impeccable in all your actions. This isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others. Use your passion to make a difference. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means fearless. Acknowledge your fear and take action anyway. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have great valor within you. So, you are a warrior of the light is what this card says. In Aries, you are the warrior. You are the warrior sign of the zodiac. You're ruled by Mars, the planet of war. So you are a warrior by nature. I think sometimes when in balance, you can see war in situations that aren't intended to be a battlefield. But there are certain situations where you do need to stand up for yourself and you do need to protect yourself. And I think that the opportunity will present itself for you to be able to learn the difference and to figure that out. And also this situation, if it is a crisis, if it's something that's really daunting in your life, this is the opportunity for you to truly see how powerful and courageous you truly can be. So that is the significator card. That's what's going on. If we need to pull some tarot cards to elaborate on this story, we definitely will. So the first card here is your power to master. This card says healing chaos. Healing chaos. There could be circumstances in your life that are chaotic right now, but they're actually intended to bring healing. So if this is what this card is about, I'm going to read the description, of course. This shows a tornado. There's some very beautiful colors, though, and the tornado is almost like glowing. It's fluorescent, and there's these beautiful butterflies. There we go. Now we can see it a little better. Those beautiful butterflies around the tornado, which is a significator for transformation and change. And things may look chaotic and crazy right now, but they're going to bring a great, significant change for your life. And it's like, you don't become a great warrior by sitting at home on the couch. You become a great warrior by being on the battlefield. So this is just another opportunity for you to develop your skills, train your skills, build your skills, show your skills, and improve your skills. All right, so healing chaos, it says the spiraling tornado. The sacred landscape wants you to know that when you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has been an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create a little bit of chaos in your life, which I don't know anybody who can create chaos better than an Aries. So maybe there's a situation where you've been holding back and you need to create a little bit of chaos to get things going, because you got to stir shit up sometimes. All right, you are being healed on all levels. I read that part already. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be a time to create a little bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing, do the unexpected, mix life up a bit. And I think I will pull a few more tarot cards to elaborate on this. The second card is purity. This is what you need help for, assistance for from the collective consciousness. Is a beautiful dog with two different color eyes, Purity, and it's a dog white as snow. First Snow is the name of this card. The sacred landscape wants you to know, no matter what has happened in the past, everything can be fresh and new again. The purity of your soul, the purity of your soul is shining through everything that you encounter. You are entering a period of grace. Simply open your heart and know that the best is yet to be. The past does not need to be equal to the future. Your future can be and will be shimmering, sparkling, and bright. Old limiting patterns are dropping away. Reoccurring challenges are releasing. This is a time of redemption, forgiveness, and holy healing. So there's something that needs to be recreated. There's a fresh start on the horizon, and everything in me is telling you, like, it's time to tear this shit down in order to rebuild it. And it's like you won't rebuild it unless you tear it down. So maybe you need to set some shit on fire. Maybe you need to cause some great chaos. You need to stir some shit up so that the destruction can be pushed forward. You know, we all play our role, and sometimes that's your role. And as I understand the grand scheme of things and the quality of energy that we all possess, there's no better person, there's no better sign to harness that energy other than Aries. We all have Aries somewhere in our chart. So for me, that would be like in the public, with my public image in my career, or with anything that I'm learning. It may mean that I need to stir shit up with the type of shit that I'm teaching. Excuse my language, y'all know I'm raw. But you know, I'm just applying it to me in that area. So look at where you have Aries in your natal chart. And if you need help with that, I'm more than happy to assist you. Put a little fee of. So the final power that's needed is patience. I love this, patience, because nothing happens overnight. And it's like people don't appreciate you when you're probably in this chaotic energy. And a lot of them may not even appreciate you after the fact when they realize, they may not ever realize that it was needed. Only the highest of intelligent minds can piece together the entire scenario and understand that, oh, that chaos was needed. Had that never happened, then this healing would have never happened. It's kind of like when you lose someone in the family and then it's horrible. It destroys everyone internally, but at the same time, it brings the family together because there's people who hadn't been speaking in years. They start to talk about these old wounds, and before you know it, they came together, and this never would have happened had this tragic death had not happened, or something like that. And it's like you don't appreciate the catalyst in the beginning, and when things are rough and when things are crazy and things don't really make any sense, or things just feel chaotic and imbalanced. But there is a need to have patience and see it through to the end. So let's read this card. See what the sacred destiny or sacred message here, the sacred landscape is. It says dense fog, it's best to be quiet and still. For now, don't go forward. Wait, it's hard to see what lies ahead, and things may not be as they seem. Things that seem one way, in fact, may in fact be completely different. Be patient. The truth will emerge. In this state of obscure vitality, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. If you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to those seemingly random thoughts. So I think when it comes to you merging with others, there's a need to be patient and not expect you to just click automatically. Even if you're compatible, sometimes you just have to be around certain energies for a while before things start to mesh on their own. It seems just like a trial and error with like a new community type of situation. This feels like how it applies to this reading. That is probably going to be the hardest. And that makes perfect sense because if you think about it, Aries is a fire sign and also the baby of the zodiac. So you have the least amount of patience. So I think there's something in your current circumstances or this crisis is trying to teach you about having courage to play your role and to do what you're good at, and also to be patient while things are shifting and changing. So that you understand that you are where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, and that you have the acceptance of the path that you're on. I hope I'm not rambling. I feel like I am. Okay, so the first power to master. Your initial focus, again, is healing chaos. We're going to look deeper at all of these cards, this entire set with the tarot. Really quickly, I'll pull additional cards should I need to. Show me healing chaos. I'm just going to pull them, but. So we have Strength and King of Pentacles. So this could be work related. It could also represent your family with the King of Pentacles being here. There's a need for you to have some courage, and because I feel like you may not feel like you're the head or you're the lead, like you're a leader, but you are. And I think this is how your family views you. And I think there's just a need for you to own that courage and that strength. Again, this is courage here. There's a need for you to own that and be confident in it. Step into this role. Like I said, it could be work related or it could have something to do with your family, with the King of Pentacles being here. And with the Strength card, this is just understanding, having the willpower, having the courage, having the strength to do what you're called to do. Show me Purity. Thank you. Purity, Death. Oh, and the Eight of Cups. Oh, I love it. Let me revisit this card. This is what you need to ask for. There's a change, a transformation that you're going through, a shift. You need help moving on to something that's going to be more fulfilling for you. And you don't know how to do that. So you need to ask for help. And this is going to humble you. It is going to be a humbling experience for you to ask for help. There could have, I don't think so. There could have been a death in your family since death came up, and the family this could just be how someone feels. They just feel defeated and deprived and wiped out. But it could also mean that you need to leave something behind in order to find what's best for you. Leave something that's unfulfilling behind. It could be patterns, it could be people, it could be feelings, it could be emotions. Something needs to be left behind so that you can move on towards something that is more emotionally fulfilling. And you need help with that. You need to ask for others to help provide you with the guidance that you need. This is, when it comes to your fresh start, this change, this transformation, I feel like the old you is gone and the new you needs some help, some direction. So it's okay to ask for help. And if there's, and you can ask spirit for help, for the guidance to point you in the direction where you need to go. You don't always have to ask human beings and people for help. But say, for instance, I want to develop a new routine. And a friend of mine is really organized. She's really on top of it. And she just has her routine on point. I can ask her, hey, do you mind if I shadow you for a day just so I can observe the type of things that you do so that I can develop my own routine for myself? You can ask for help like that. You're still doing it yourself, but you're asking for help in a way that others can do something for you, like assist you along your path in a way that feels natural for them. All right, let's look at the final power needed. Hardest power to harness, patience. The Page of Pentacles. I think when it comes to you investing in new things or learning new things, you expect to learn it and get it overnight. And it's going to take some time, and there's a need to be patient before you start being good at something. I feel like a lot of Aries, like when you want to start something new, you expect to be good at it right away. And if you're not good at it right away, you're like, I don't want to do this. So be patient and keep learning. Just keep learning. And before you know it, the Queen of Pentacles showed itself. You will have advanced skills in this area. The Devil card. Don't hold so tightly onto the materialistic aspects of this thing. Also, this could be some type of superior that you're trying to impress. Don't worry about this person. Don't be attached to any particular outcome. Also, don't be too attached to money. This can show you're holding on to something that can actually be holding you back, keeping you stuck. You're needed to have patience with yourself and also patience with others and patience with this situation. Be mindful of any addictions or any obsessions, but also just being stagnant or feeling stuck. Because if you don't take a step forward, if you don't just take one step forward, because that's what the Pentacles is all about, taking your time, taking that first step, putting the effort forward, the new effort, this is your time, energy, effort, money. It's just taking the first step. So don't be too attached to your current situation and don't be too attached to the materialistic outcome, because you're not going to get the outcome that you want when you first start. It's going to take some time. So there's a need for you to have patience. Card at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. I know I didn't pull this right, but at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So this is another card that represents having patience when it comes to courage, having patience with yourself. The Three of Wands can also represent you seeing what else is out there, not being too stuck and set on where you are. Even like you may need to move away from family. You may need to move away from where you currently live just to have this fresh start, this new beginning. And that could be the crisis that you're in. Maybe that's going to cause a lot of chaos for family, but it's something that you need to have the courage to do, to see what else is out there for you, because you have to leave this drama behind with the Five of Swords here. This is feeling like This could be arguments and battles, but this is stressful situation. It's like sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, but sometimes you just need to walk away, and that's the way you win for sure. I do see that there's success elsewhere. You may be very popular wherever you move on to, if you physically move, but I feel like you'll overcome this mental anguish that that this situation has imposed on you. This just looks like it's mentally exhausting. And then next is the Seven of Cups. So it's like there's so many things that sway you or persuade you to stay in this situation, and you end up mentally exhausted. It's like a repeating situation. So maybe the courage comes from you taking the first step and moving and getting out of a situation that is not it's not providing you with any happiness or fulfillment. Let's move some of these cards out of the way. I'm going to pull a crystal to see if there's any minerals that can help you. There's always a crystal that can assist you during this period of your life. So with this particular crisis, please show me a crystal or crystals that will assist Aries on their journey and on their path to give them the courage that they need to take the steps in the direction where they need to be. Tourmaline quartz. I'm getting told to pull another. All right. Ooh, lepidolite. I love that. I'm just going to leave it at these two. Pyrite is on the top. So if this is about work related, or if it's work related, or if it's about money, pyrite could be a great crystal for you to have also. This is tourmaline quartz. Tourmaline quartz has the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz. Tourmaline quartz is exactly what it sounds like. It might be the best stone to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub. I think there are some things that you need to get off your mind so that they can stop affecting your spirit and your aura. So this crystal very will help. Where to put it, wherever you intend to shine your brightest. When to use it, when it's time to shed the light on the vices, victims, and vampires in your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it is much easier to kick them back into the gutter where they belong. Restore your perfect light. And I think this crystal will do a great job of making it clear where exactly you need to cause some chaos, where exactly you need to cut off ties with people. And that could spark chaos because of attachments. But if it's an unhealthy attachment, any attachment is usually unhealthy because it's not a connection. It's not a mutual type of thing. It's holding on too deeply, holding on too tightly to something. So as you start to cut off those attachments, or you use this crystal, it will become more clear where you have attachments in your life and what exactly you need to cut off. And that could help you. That could give you one boost more that you need to have the courage to do what needs to be done. Lepidolite is a great crystal to have for healing, especially grieving. So if you have experienced something that has caused you some deep emotional grief, or if you experience some type of death in the family, or death of yourself, or death of the ego, which is just a rebirth until you pass on into the next phase of life, the afterlife. So lepidolite is a lithium-infused mica with rose and lavender hued spa vibes. Who needs it? The perpetually frazzled and the cerebral type A workaholic. Where to put it? In a bubble bath, on the meditation cushion, in the fetal position, when the pressure to be successful, fit, and fabulous 24/7, 365 is too much. When to use it? When freaking out, or to prevent that, put the phone on Do Not Disturb, hold the lepidolite in each hand, and just let yourself be for 5 minutes. Relax the muscles between your shoulder blades, lengthen your breaths, and let go all the drama. It wasn't yours to begin with anyway. Into your chill zone. And I think once you start to cut off these ties, once you cause the chaos that's needed to be caused, to cut off whatever is needed to be cut off, to allow these changes and transformations to happen, to allow you a fresh start, and to allow the collective consciousness to assist you with this fresh start, for you to see what else is out there. These crystals will definitely help you on your new beginning. Just remember to have patience with yourself. Because if you're developing new habits, new skills, if you're learning new things about yourself, about your environment, you're moving somewhere new, you're starting a new course or something like that, it's gonna take time for you to break away from your old habits, from any old toxic traits. But let this be a reminder of the attachments that you need to let go of, and have patience with yourself while you integrate into society. You integrate and merge your masculine and feminine energies. You heal your ego and your higher self, and your ego can come together. It's going to take some time. So I hope this reading was helpful for you, Aries. Don't forget to check your other placements. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace, love, and light.